Let's tell you about this now. Ranga Gova, a 35-year-old businessman from Centurion, was kidnapped while seated in his wife's vehicle at the traffic lights near the Midstream Mediclinic in Centurion just before 8 p.m. on Thursday, the 3rd of November. The police recovered the vehicle Gova was in 2 days later, a short distance from his home, but his whereabouts are still unknown. We're joined now by Nyasha Muza, a family friend. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. No doubt a very difficult time for the family. We understand he has a wife. Are the children also involved? And if you wouldn't mind just finding out how everybody's holding up.
Morning. Thank you for having me. Yeah, it's been a very stressful and traumatic time for the family. His wife has really been struggling, as well as his mother. She arrived in the country a few days just after the incident. So yeah, everyone is a bit distraught at the moment. There's been no contact with regards to his whereabouts. So yeah, it's just an emotional time at the moment.
We are currently showing our viewers footage that we believe is what happened just moments as he was away from his home. We understand he was about, 2 minutes from his home. This happened just before 8 p.m. And that car that is swerving, that is going the opposite direction, is the car that he was allegedly pushed into. Perhaps you can better explain what you understand about what happened.
Yeah, so he was coming from a golf game, and I think he was, like you're saying, he was 2 minutes away from his home. I think that traffic light is the last traffic light just before where he needs to turn to go home. So yeah, it looks like it looked like an ambush type style of kidnapping. Because there are quite a number of people involved by the looks of it. So, yeah, the car was then recovered, I think, 2 days later by the police, and then he wasn't. So, yeah, we're still, still just in shock still, I guess, and waiting to hear, I guess, from the police as well as to his whereabouts. And I do appeal to the public for anyone with information to please get in touch.
Nyasha, I can hear you visibly upset, so thank you very much, first of all, for even making time to speak to us. But why would the family think it's a kidnapping? Have you received any word for a ransom or anything of the sort?
No, there's been no ransom demand, which is what's most concerning. And I think it was then classified as a kidnapping when they recovered the vehicle and not him. So I think it showed that it wasn't about the vehicle. So that's why it was classified as a kidnapping.
Does the family have any idea why or who would want to do this?
Not at all. I think everyone is just in shock and wondering why this has happened.
Have you heard anything from the police in terms of any leads, perhaps, on his whereabouts?
No, not as yet. They're still investigating.
He is a 35-year-old. You're asking for South Africans for any information. What then do people maybe need to look out for? What was he wearing at the time? You mentioned that he was coming back from a golf game.
Yes.
So what would you tell people that would possibly assist them in maybe spotting and identifying him?
Yeah, he was wearing a golf attire. So that's golf shoes, shorts, and the polo T-shirt. He's a large guy. We call him a gentle giant. So he's a big guy, with big build, and yeah, I think that's what I can describe it.
Nyasha, thank you very much for availing yourself this morning. Nyasha Muza is the family friend to a 35-year-old man who has been abducted, essentially, and that is the footage of when that moment actually took place in Centurion. It is understood that he was 2 minutes away from his home. He was coming back from a golf game, the family having no idea who could have done this and why, and to date they have not heard anything about their whereabouts, appealing to the public if anybody has any information to approach the police or to approach the family to help them return the husband and father to his family.